Alright guys, this is a similar video I made when I asked, do you want my dress up darling? And as you can guess by the title, do you want Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4? So this is a problem that we have in this channel, and I think for a lot of people's channel too, where Shield Hero, if you don't know, had such an amazing Season 1. And it's going still so hard that it is apparently the 7th most anticipated anime coming into summer 2025. But here's the problem. I'm not sure if anybody watched, Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, and maybe I actually covered it in this channel. Let's just do this. Shield Hero, does it exist? It does, kind of. So, in fact, we actually reacted to this long time ago. This was literally made in October 6th of, what is this? Probably like 2023 or some shit when Season 3 came out. And the reason I made this is basically in my old channel, I already covered Shield Hero Season 1 and 2. But Season 2 was so garbage that no one watched it. And then Season 3 came out and I'm like, is it even worth trying? So I put my foot in the water, but according to the audience that I had back in the day, no one gave a fuck about it. And now, but I hear that Season 3 was actually really good. So the issue is Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was so garbage that everyone dropped it. Apparently Season 3 was like, wait, Shield Hero is actually returning to top form. And Shield Hero Season 4 is highly anticipated, and apparently it's covering the best season, like, arc yet. I don't know how true this is, but I'm just going off of what people are saying online. Apparently it's like one of the best arcs to cover. And if you look at the trailer and some of the other stuff, for example, like, let's just look at, okay, here's Season 3. What is actually the difference, right? So there's Season 3, here's Season 2, and here's Season 1. I think that Season 1 was such an amazing revenge story. The multi-story arc was honestly masterful in the revenge that was delivered, and I loved it. You can see that it was Kinema Citrus, which was the studio that did this, and the director was, let's see, Takao Abo. Bald, but this guy's the one that did it. Season 1. But Season 2, right? And apparently the author came out and literally formally apologized, saying, listen, even I acknowledge that Season 2 is dog shit. I feel like the Spirit Tortoise arc was meh. The Risha stuff was kind of hype. The villain of Season 2 was just like an evil scientist who was so uncompelling. The story was so rushed. The pacing was garbage. I think that Raphtalia like awakened to some sort of like samurai class or some shit, and it should have been a really hype epic moment. But like, to me watching it, I just felt like it felt like Tower of God Season 2 all over again, where something hype is happening, yet I can't feel any genuine hype coming from it. And it's just because of shitty direction. Who is the director for this? So clearly you can tell that this man is the one that pretty much ruined Season 2. Which is crazy because he did Quintessential Quintuplets, the movie. He also did episode 9 for 100 Girlfriend, apparently, huh? I don't want to shit on this guy too much, but if we're going to be talking specifically about Season 2, well, he did episode director for episode 1, storyboard for episode 1, but he's also named as the main director. But the difference between this guy who did Season 1 and this guy Season 2 is why you see such a difference in quality. Now, what happens in Season 3, right? Because this is when apparently things start to change. Season 3, clearly it's still done by the same studio. Was Season 2 done by the same studio, actually? Season 2. So Season 2 actually had not just Kinema Citrus, but also DR Movie. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but having another studio work side by side probably shows that they did not focus on the project as much and maybe outsourcing and had support, which basically means other people joining in on to rush the project. Season 3, let's look at the director. Who is the director? So another director. So that's crazy. Season 1, Season 2, and then Season 3. So Hitoshi Haga showed up, and he did Season 3. And he did Made in Abyss. And he actually did Season 1, episode director for 1/8/13/19. So actually, it's not even that this guy like is the one that delivered Season 1 the best. He did though. But this guy was also present back in season 1, but was absent in season 2. He also worked in Made in Abyss. I hear that isn't this supposed to be really good anime too? Parasite, Made in Abyss. His resume looks pretty good. Hunter x Hunter. This is like a really old one though, right? Fullmetal Alchemist, I think. So Made in Abyss I already know it's great, right? Shield Hero season 3, and then now we got Shield Hero season 4 coming in, and here we are, right? And I am at a crossroads. I'm at a crossroads because I feel like Shield Hero is back to its prime form based on just a little bit of research we've done with just like listening to popular narratives online that season 1 was amazing, season 2 was garbage, but now we see why it was garbage. Season 3 and season 4 has a totally different director and a totally different vision, and judging by the reception from people online, a lot of people are excited about this. But the problem here, again, is the fact that, okay, this is my drawing for Gorilla versus 100 people. Let's just get rid of that for a second. So here is the issue, right? The issue right now is right now we're covering Psyche, right? Psyche reactions. If you don't know, we have been pumping out these Psyche episodes like crazy. I'm basically uploading them in 12-hour intervals. Some days it's only one. Like for example, today we only have Tibate and Two Perfect Saint, meaning the other 3 slots is going to be reserved for Psyche K and obviously Ben 10. Because I'm rushing this, I can basically open up time coming June or even end of May to cover, what are they? Dress Up Darling, right? Our goal right now is to basically cover my Dress Up Darling season 1 because I have confidence that this will do well as Grand Blue season 2. Season 1 is something I haven't even seen, but a lot of people have been begging for this since like the community series started. So these are the 2 projects. So let's look at this. Psyche is almost done. We are on episode, what are we on Psyche K right now? I think we finished episode 10 last night. So we have episodes, season 2, right? 11 all the way till like 24 or something, plus 2 OVA, which is like apparently like 3. It's supposed to be like 3rd season or something. But that's roughly 2 weeks. I think that this will be done in 2 weeks, right? Sorry, this is really hard to draw on Microsoft Paint. So in 2 weeks, basically by the end of June, right? June, boom. I think we can cover Psyche K. And then we can probably do Dress Up Darling and Grand Blue in tandem. As in, I don't need to do like... It depends. I'll think more about this, but basically Dress Up Darling, right? Dress Up Darling and Grand Blue, right? Grand Blue. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking hard to draw on Microsoft Paint, bro. Dress Up Darling is 12. This is also 12 combined, 24. I expect that to be accomplished within June, right? So within June, it should be done. Then what would I do? Then would I do Shield Hero? Does that even make sense? There's also another anime that I've been asking you guys about, right? And what's the other anime that I said that I might just fuck around and do? This garbage. Where is it? This garbage, bro, right? I don't know what to do about this shit. Because Rent a Girlfriend, right? Rent a Girlfriend is like 3 seasons, right? So 12 episode seasons times 3. 26, like 36, right? We don't have time. It's there's this, and then there's also Shield Hero, right? Shield Hero. Shield Hero is, I would probably do season 1. I would not do season 2. I am not rewatching season 2. Fuck that noise. I would obviously do season 3. And how many episodes is season 3? 12 episodes. Shield Hero season 1 is 24 or something, right? So 24, 12, 36, right? So right now, these 2 are locked in. These two are absolutely locked in. I have faith that Dress Up Darling and Granblue, it's easy. We can finish that by the end of June. And when July starts, boom, we're good to go. But then there's these motherfuckers, right? And I don't think that anyone's really even asking for this content, right? And I don't know what to do about it. So I would like to get your input, right? In the comment section again, like, let me know how much you want this shit. I'll probably kind of test the waters and just like upload an episode or something for Rent a Girlfriend, just to kind of feel the water. If Rent a Girlfriend viewership is pretty high, I might just stick with it. But if it's bad, mediocre, or if it falls off, I'll probably have to drop it immediately. Then there is Shield Hero. Now, we don't have to watch season 1 because I've already watched it. But I think a re-reaction for season 1 might do well on this channel, considering the type of audience we have and the fact that season 1 was also such an amazing watch. I think a lot of people may enjoy season 1 entirely, right? We're definitely not doing season 2. Season 3, assuming that we even make it out of season 1, right? We could do this together and then we could cover season 4 in like a separate time. So here's a scenario. Once these two are done, right? Once Dress Up Darling and Granblue is caught up by the end of June, in July, I guess I could just kind of do test the waters with Rent a Girlfriend and Shield Hero. For Shield Hero, Rent a Girlfriend, I'll just kind of put out one episode and just kind of like see, will it do well? For Shield Hero, there's two choices. For Shield Hero, we can do all of season 1 rewatch. And here's what I'm thinking. Maybe people would be down for season 1 reactions, but then they won't really care about season 3 and season 4. And if that's the case, I would be okay with it. The fact that I was able to farm out season 1 of Shield Hero in my channel, and if it did well, that's an overall plus. I wouldn't feel necessarily bad that we're not able to cover season 3 and season 4, right? Because like, let's do season 3 rewatch and it does well, right? Then we could do season 3, but then it does bad. If season 3 does bad, I wouldn't drag this shit out. I would probably, go back to community series and, get that poll out to see what we're going to watch after, like that poll that's going to include Index season 3, right? But in an ideal scenario, we'll be able to do season 3 and then season 4 as well. And we'll definitely not be on time. We are going to be so late, right? Like, we're going to be assuming we can cover just Shield Hero, right? So this is a scenario where Rent a Girlfriend has been botched, right? This is a scenario where we cover season 1 in all of July. In the first month of July, we'll be able to cover it, hopefully. But there's so many animes coming out that maybe I can't even do Shield Hero every day. Maybe it'll last all the way into August, right? And then maybe we'll be just caught up in due time just to do season 4. No, but we have to watch season 3 after that too. Again, it's 36 episodes. No matter how I think about it, the more I realize that I think that Rent a Girlfriend and Shield Hero is kind of cooked. The smartest thing that I could probably do is just forget about those projects and just secure in Dress Up Darling, Granblue. Then we just check out the other summer stuff. And then we do a community poll with Index 3 involved and see what we want to watch. Because I don't think anyone is really asking for Rent a Girlfriend or Shield Hero, right? This is just me trying to cover some content that I think would be so wasteful if I was not able to do it on time. And I hear a lot of hype for season 4 of Shield Hero. That's what I was coming back. And again, judging by, the whole director changes, right? We don't have this guy anymore. We got the greats to back this guy, and this guy for season 4. It'd be just so shameful that we couldn't cover season 4 in time though, right? Anyways, enough of me rambling. I want to hear your guys' input. What should we do? I will most likely, by the end of Dress Up Darling and Granblue, test the waters, at least put in one episode of Rent a Girlfriend and Shield Hero. Then I will feel out, like if it does exceptionally well, I'll vertically invest into it. If it does average, I might stick around with it. If it is dead upon arrival, immediately drop and we gotta figure out what we want to watch next. All right, that's it. Bye-bye.